It's another rainy medieval battle, and 6 armies are ready to display their power through violence and discipline. In the first alliance, we have the Kingdom of France teaming up with the Latin Empire, and lastly, but certainly not least, we have the Kingdom of Norway. And standing defiantly in their way, we have a combined force of English, Sicilians, and Venetians. Get ready, guys, because there is battle to be met. Alright guys, here we are on the battlefield. My name is Pixelated Apollo, and of course we are playing Medieval Kingdoms Total War 1212 AD. So if we look at the placement of these armies, so if we're looking on the blue and yellow side, we have the Kingdom of France. He's kind of on the left side here, so he's got a good army of just, look at this, Scots Guard, really bringing a lot of Scots Guard. So he's going to rely a lot on the Scottish, and he's going to have some sergeants in the front line for his main force. Back over here in the center, we have the Latin Empire. Love the Latin Empire. I know I shouldn't love them because I'm a big Byzantine Empire fan. I should despise them, but you just can't deny the uniforms and the colors. They're great. I mean, look at these. Look at this. Pike, medium pike infantry, fantastic. And he's got some great cav in the back as well. And then last over here on the right side, we have Norway, and of course Norway, just the Viking culture. At this point, I mean, not so much, but you know, they still have it in their blood. Got the medium melee infantry, some Orkney Islanders, and back here some Tablemen. So yeah, I love Norway. Very cool faction. Now if we head over to the opposing side, England. So England is on the left side from their point of view. I guess it would be the right side from, you know, the other army. But yeah, they've got some sergeants. Of course, they are bringing some longbows to the battlefield, some archer sergeants. In the center, we have the Sicilians. Sicily, I was going to say Swiss for whatever reason. The Sicilians bringing some Muslim archers. He's got some foot men-at-arms, and in the very back, he's actually got more foot men-at-arms. So a nice solid army of archers and cav and all that good jazz. And then over here, of course, we have the Venetians, who have really powerful infantry. Great, just all-around faction, bringing crossbows, swordsmen, and of course, we cannot forget the cav. So we can go ahead and do normal speed here. Yeah, it is a nasty, rainy day. Really, just it's just symbolism of these brutal, just dirty medieval battles, just iron or steel and just blood and just, oh man, I can't imagine fighting in one of these battles. But yeah, it looks like the French are pushing forward some troops. I don't know if we officially have started here yet. I believe so. It doesn't seem like it. The players are still kind of lining up here. If you remember with Medieval Kingdoms Total War 1212 AD, you have to deploy after you start the battle or the replay will not work. Just a little reminder to you guys, because I've gotten a decent amount of replays where they don't work. So you gotta just watch out for that. Just make sure all players press start battle, then deploy your troops. It's a real pain, but it's the only way to save the replay and get some cool battles of Medieval Kingdoms. So yes, we actually have the archers firing over here. I think the Latin Empire, they've got their foot turtle poles. So he's got a light bow infantry, not quite in range, but the Scots Guard are actually moving forward. Not sure what he's trying to do here. He's got one Scots Guard kind of pushing up. Well, I guess he's just kind of headed towards those crossbows. I don't know if the other, see, these guys are not firing. See if the crossbows are in range over here. Yes, they are in range, and they are firing. So the Venetian crossbows getting the first volley here, really softening up the French over there. And then the French are a very powerful faction, but the Republic of Venice, they can go toe-to-toe with the French. They could easily go toe-to-toe. So really, most of these factions, I mean, it's up to the player, right? It's up to the player of whether he could go toe-to-toe with another faction. But the French, definitely a good start. If you're a newer player, I would go with the French or Castile or something like that. Very well-rounded factions. Also, I forgot to mention here, guys, the rules for this battle. All the players can only bring tier 1 units, so that's why you're not seeing anything super shiny, super late period. There was a max, I believe, 5 skirmishers and no artillery. So I believe that was most of the rules. So we got a nice balanced army here. Now those French are just getting just destroyed. they're getting destroyed right now, and they really need to do something about that. They do have the Scots Guard in the back, still firing, still just, you know, putting down supporting fire, but they need to get going. Those crossbows are just so good, especially at tier 1 level. They can really just penetrate those shields, penetrate the armor, and do some, you know, destruction. That is why the Pope outlawed, or I guess made it illegal, I suppose, when you're fighting fellow Christian kingdoms. Now, of course, you could use the crossbows against Muslims. That's all fair game. But hold the phone, guys. The French are going with an early aggressive charge. We got some French knights going after these crossbows of Venice. Now, he does get a pretty juicy charge there. Now, Venice was somewhat aware of this charge. He was able to get his men out of there quick enough, but he still lost a decent amount of casualties there. So nice. I love that. I love that during the skirmish phase. But hold the phone again, guys. We got another charge, heavy shot cav. Oh no, why did they hold right here? And now the French are going in, and oh, the French just, I mean, the Venetians just missed an opportunity there, but he is quickly getting this cav out of there, and now he's pushing up some medium pike infantry. So the Venetians and the French are really going at it so far in this battle. Now, if we head back over this way, it seems very calm over here. You know, it's the calm before the storm, essentially. Over here, it's storming. It's storming pretty bad. There goes more cav charges. Oh man, I love the setting of this map, of the mood of this battle. Now more Venetians going in, going after the French knights. Now the French, they need to commit more infantry over to this side. They cannot lose this flank. If they do, then it's going to be disaster for the rest of his army. So it's so important, so vitally important you hold on to your flanks. That's like Total War 101. Hold on to the flanks. If you don't, then you're in big trouble. But you know, I just want to say, oh wait, okay, hold on. Let's do some slow motion here real quick. So in the center, he's actually setting up some spadaccini after the spear levy. They should be able to slice through these guys pretty quickly. The French seem like they're having a tough time against these Venetians. Back over here, we do have a cav charge. We got some heavy shot cap from the Latin Empire. We're actually just, look at this, going through the center in between the two infantry lines. And I guess they're going to try to get, oh, this is suicide. He's just going to sacrifice his cab, but is it worth it? Will he get a juicy charge here? Not really. Not really. But yeah, after playing so much Warhammer, I'm sure a lot of you guys, I know I don't have the biggest Warhammer fan base, so I'm sure a lot of you guys are not liking it. But it was fun, but it's nice to come back to the historical stuff, and it just feels so awesome. It feels so gritty and just realistic, a little bit more realistic. It's not super realistic, but you know what I mean. So we got a nice fight over here on this flank. Over here, the cav, unfortunately, is breaking. Yeah, he got a little too aggressive there. I would have pulled out as soon as, you know, I think he went originally for the Muslim archers, and he wasn't able to get them, so he decided to turn over here, and it just did not really work out for him. Over here, still nothing. Calm before the storm. So we'll head back over to the Venetian-French fight, where it looks like we even have some, yeah, we've got some reinforcements from the Latin Empire. They're sending over some aid to help the French. The French are going to go in. Oh, please, no, charge for the archers. There we go. No, why does he go for the spears? He charges with the spears. He could have gone for these crossbows, guys. Always go for the crossbows when you have an opportunity. You might think, oh, they're just, you know, simple-minded skirmishers. No, they can rack up kills, and I'm really shocked by that. I don't know why he didn't go for the archers, the crossbows. If we head back over here, though, the fight, look at this. The pikes are just cleaning up this French spear levy. And, oh, wait, a rear charge, though, from the heavy shot cap, but it's still not going to be enough. And the French are, they're looking pretty rough right now. It looks like the Republic of Venice are just taking care of business right now. The French cav, the knights here, they're still fighting the good fight, just hanging on to this flank. But you can see in the background, it's the French might as well just regroup with their allies, because their flanks, are their center lines, really, it's just crumbling apart. So yeah, it's a pretty rough start for the French, but that's all right. This game is a long one. The French forces are actually, yep, he's sending back some sergeants. Oh man, all right, he's sending back a lot of sergeants, sending back his army. The archers, the Scots Guard, still just trying to put down some suppressing fire, trying to rack up as many kills. At this point, I would try to just get to my ally. Get to my ally and support my allies where I can. Now, the French still have a decent amount of armor, forces. So he is sitting around the sergeants. He's got a nice little pocket of fighting over here. So this battle's not really playing out like your traditional 12-12 battle. It's very just pocket like battle everywhere. Like there's pockets of fighting everywhere. We do have some medium polearm communal infantry going toe-to-toe with the medium pike infantry, but the pikes are just so much longer that it's going to be very tough for them to try to cut these guys down. He's got to try to flank around somehow. The French general is very depleted. He's seen a lot of action. Oh wait, is that him? Oh, that's like a little Pope hat. Look at that. That's cool. But back here, yeah, the Cav is just amazingly still holding pretty well. If we head back over to the center, though, we actually do have some troops colliding here. So these 6-player battles are always so crazy. There's always so much going on. But the Latin Empire going against Sicily. So the center lines are now starting to join. If we actually head down this way, look at this. Oh, yeah, the Latin Empire forming a little wall. And here comes the charge. Oh, wait. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, my God. I did not mean to do that. I meant to slow down the camera a little bit. There we go. So, yeah, let me turn on the HUD so you can kind of see what's going on. So, yeah, there's a nice infantry charge down here as well. We've got the Kingdom of Norway taking on the Kingdom of England. So, England's just like, leave us alone, Viking scum. But there's a nice melee fight between these two factions. There's still a lot of units over here that have not engaged yet. So let's actually slow it down a little bit and really analyze the battlefield here. So far, most of the fighting has been between the French and the Venetians. The Venetians have been doing a very good job of just slowly picking apart the French army. The French, look at him. This is what's left. He's got a handful of troops. He needs to fall back. And really what he needs to do, he's not going to win. But what he can do is just kind of turn like this and face this way and protect his allies' flank. And that will hopefully, really he's just relying on his ally to win his fight, and then they can kind of help each other out. But geez, look at this beautiful fight right here. So we'll go back, get some close-ups here. Look at this, people losing their heads, arrows flying overhead as well. So that's really cool. Oh man, great just medieval brawl right here. Just a mosh pit. And we have a general running around. Look at this, the general is free. The bumblebee general, the Latin Empire, Henry of Flanders, is going in and going after the Muslim archers back here. So I bet he is happy about that, just cleaning up some of those archers. And look at this. Look at this. We've got the Sicilians starting to waver at the might of the Latin Empire. And now more Cav running around. So he's going to be able to do some hammer and anvil. There's a gap in the line. So actually, I think he's going to get his general out of there. If we head back down over to England, England is actually starting to waver to the might of the Kingdom of Norway. So very, very interesting. So the French are, well, the French were getting pretty banged up there, but his allies are kind of picking up where he left off. You know, or not left off, but they're kind of carrying him is basically what I'm trying to say. So there's still a very good chance. The balance of power, though, is greatly in favor of the Venetian alliance. So we'll see what happens. Now we got a big Cav engagement and spear engagement between England and the Kingdom of Norway. Let's head back this way where we actually have a general battle. Look at this, Norway going toe-to-toe. We got the King of Norway, and we have the English King going at it. So I'm not sure where the king, it would be crazy if they're fighting each other, like not just the unit, but the actual generals. But I'm not sure where they're located. It's just a mess of a fight here. Just a long battle here, a long battle line, fighting going all over the place. This is why I love these big team battles, because they're just so intense. But yeah, I think Norway's really taking it though. Look at the center has been open. Now he can charge in some herdmen, flank around and kill these sergeants from England. He's also wavering on this side, which is insane. It's just like the English infantry could not compete with these herdmen because they're double teaming the herdmen with the 2 units of sergeants, and it's still not enough. They've done barely any damage to these herdmen. Insane. Back over here though, let's slow it down here. This is getting crazy. So yeah, Sicily is also starting to waver. It's really up to Venice to win it for his team, and we have the Latin Empire actually pushing up some heavy melee infantry, and they're kind of, look at this, what's going on here. I guess the Venetians did not expect them to form up this quickly, but yeah, they're trying to push. But yeah, the Latin Empire just protecting their flanks very well. If we head back over to this side of the fight, we'll go back to normal speed here. I love this little shield wall formation. Nice spearman there. But Sicily really needs the Venetian help here. He's got to just wait a little bit. I think if the Sicilians are a little bit more patient, wait for his ally to push through this and hofully defeat the Latin Empire. Now the Venetians need to try to outflank them. They need to just keep going around and get behind their lines. But a lot of the Latin Empire troops are freed up, so now they can move, they can maneuver around to the other side of the battlefield and support where the Venetians are charging. So good job with the Latin Empire. We're gonna head back down over in the center where, again, it's still, I mean, the infantry's still going on, but England is hanging on by a thread. So let's do a little panel through over this epic line battle, guys. Very cool. I always love the front lines in Total War. It's always very exciting. Very exciting stuff. In the back here, England is surrounded by the Candlemen. And he's got his knightly retinue, trying to support the fight. But we also have some knights from Norway who are in the fight as well. So it's a pretty even matchup over on this front. It always seems like spears are facing spears, cav is facing cav. But yeah, it's a pretty close fight. The balance of power still in favor of the Venetian alliance. So, oh, look at this. The Latin Empire starting to waver here a little bit. Oh, this is a nice turn of events. Look at this, guys. Look at this. So the Latin Empire, they've taken care of Sicily, but now they've got to take on the other Italian faction, which, of course, are the Venetians. Venice doesn't seem to be really spreading out their forces too well. Let's see, are they not? Okay, no, actually they are. They are. Forgive me. I misspoke. He's flanking around with some Spadaccini, and he's also got this guard unit. Look at this unit. Oh my God, it's a spear guard. Not sure how to pronounce that one, but yeah, it looks pretty sweet. He's also got his pikes going into the fray one last time. Pikes are really good at just chopping up infantry from afar. Let's see if this can turn this battle around. It's pretty even on this side between the Venetians and the Latin Empire. So a nice little matchup here. I love it. Love it so much. Over here, I think they're just cleaning up what's left of the Sicilians. Yeah, we got some foot men-at-arms being surrounded by some men-at-arms from the Latin Empire. Nice men-at-arms matchup there. And now we have Norway actually sending aid over to help against Venice. Venice is probably one of the stronger factions right now, or strongest army in this match, because they were able to take out the French without taking too many casualties. And this fight over here, England's not done yet. I mean, Norway, oh God, the archer support there. Did you see that? That was nasty. But England, they are definitely losing, but they're not getting completely destroyed. They're still keeping a lot of these Norwegian forces occupied, keeping them away from the other battles, which is what's most important. Also, check this out, guys. The English general, he needs to get out of there. The only problem, Total War Attila, if you pull out your cav, you will lose a lot of good men, so that actually could break his general. The only problem here, though, is that there's some spears, so the spears are definitely going to turn the tide here, and most likely destroy the English king. And if the English king dies in this battle, then yeah, it's not going to be good for their morale. So Norway pushing up more spears this way, still trying to protect the flank. Venice obviously trying to outflank him, but he's starting to run out of men. He's got to he just has to keep pursuing here and trying to cut through the Latin Empire, which it looks like, well, it's so even, but it does look like Venice is winning this fight. It just seems like he's got so many fresh troops. The Latin Empire was not able to kill Sicily as effectively as the Venetians were able to kill the French. I mean, the Latin Empire still did a very good job of taking out the Sicilians. Just seems like their heavy infantry just outmatched them. But compared to the Venetians, they are they've been weakened a lot. Back over here, though, I think they're still trying to take care of the Sicilians, who just won't give up, just like the English. And that's all you can really do. Words are hard. That's all you can do in this kind of situation. If you're losing the battle, but it's a team battle, just delay your opponent as long as possible. And check this out, guys. England is making a turnaround here. I think Norway kind of overcommitted. He committed a little too early to supporting his ally, and now England is kind of turning this one back around. I'm not saying that he will for sure win this engagement, but he's breaking a lot of Norwegians left and right. He's got to keep these men, just keep them moving, keep them going. I don't know. It's still a long shot for England. So, but this is a good opportunity. Well, no, he just started. Oh, okay, that's why the general died for England. So that's why England just broke instantly there. But check this out, guys. We still have ourselves a battle. The balance of power still dead even. Both teams have equal opportunity. To win this fight, and it's all down to Venice. It's up to Venice. In fact, it actually looks like, if we look at the numbers here, there's actually more French alliance forces. So you can see they're actually outnumbering the Venetians by about 300 men. But that is not that much in total war. And look at that break. Now the Venetians are storming across and getting ready to take on the next opponent. I can imagine that Venice is racking up kills right now. So they're going to continue to pursue, try to make sure these units do not return from routing. And here comes Norway right on time, bringing in some candlemen, some spears. Nice little charge there from the Spadaccini. And that was a nice aggressive start. Now he's going to send up more pikes. The pikes have been absolutely deadly today. Definitely need to watch out the pikes. And remember, guys, never face pikes head on. Always try to flank around them. Use cav, use archers. It's just such a brutal engagement if you're going to take them on head on. And I feel like a lot of these players are taking on these pikes head on for sure. The French are still in it though. Look at the Scots guard, or really I should say Scotland's still in it. By the way, when are we gonna get Scotland? I'm ready for Scotland. I want to see them in action. But yeah, see some tablemen over here. We just got small pockets of Norwegian soldiers just kind of popping up and trying to just slow down the Venetians. There goes a little charge on the flank here between Spadaccini and the Herdmen. Norway just doing their best. We also have some archers from the Latin Empire. So the Latin Empire not quite done yet either. Still just putting down some suppressing fire. Here comes the Spadaccini. They're charging downhill. They're going to take care of these archers. Very nice aggressive charge there. I mean, these archers are pretty much out of ammo, so killing them isn't a huge bonus. But it's always good to just get troops off the battlefield for sure. But he needs to watch the flank here. Wow, oh my God, Venice. Venice still has so much, guys. Let's slow it down once again. Let's analyze this battlefield. Let's take a deep breath and slow this down a little bit. All right, so we've got a lot of crossbows still active. This unit only is the unit that really has a decent amount of ammo. We also have the Latin general, the Doge of Venice, or I'm sorry, the Latin. Oh God, I hope I haven't. Venice and the Latin Empire looks very similar. I hope I'm not mixing them up. But we have Venice, the Venetian general, archers, and a lot of infantry. And look how close this is. And Venice has the high ground. If Star Wars has taught me anything, high ground means it's over. So we'll see if that's true. In the case of Star Wars, it was true. Oh my God. Oh my God. You know, sometimes you're like, what can I say that's just weird? What can I say that's weird in a Total War battle replay? Just something completely not necessary. I don't know. It's just like Star Wars quotes, really? This is what I come up with. This is the great commentary I have here. But anyways, back to the fight. So England actually has some knightly retinue who are just coming over and trying to help the Venetians. So that's a great use of cav there. So England not done yet from this fight. The rest of his army is pretty much broken. He does have some archer sergeants still alive, going after the general, I believe, the Norwegian general. So the Norwegian general is about to charge uphill here, trying to go after the English cav. So here they go, guys. England's going to charge down and try to face them, but the English cav is pretty depleted at this point. So I doubt they're going to be able to take out the Norwegian general. And we're going to go back over to this side where we can see that, wow, look at this. Venice still alive and still kicking. Not over yet. The balance of power, good God. Look at this. It's shifted once again. Now there's more troops on the Venetian side than of the Norwegian side. So this is down to the wire, guys. This is insane. This has been a great battle. Very cinematic. Great tactics. Very enjoyable. So yeah, let's see what's going on. Oh no, we do have some breaking going on here. Do they have enough skirmishers? Oh no, this is not good. This could be disaster. The fact that Norway, this guy's trying to jump into the arrows or something. The guy from Norway, he still has a ton of ammo. So he can just sit back and kind of just skirmish down the Venetians. So Venice, their only option here is to get aggressive and try to silence these crossbows. Get their men in melee. And sure enough, here he goes. He's going to charge in here, guys. Wait, this is Sicily. Sicily's charging in. Just trying to silence the archers. And now we got a little flanking charge by the herdmen trying to stop them. But, oh, sure enough, the spears are going to be able to get, the Sicilian spears are able to get to the crossbow herdmen. So they're going to silence them for a little bit and buy time for the Venetians. And Venice needs to hurry up here. He is going in for a charge here. Let's actually go ahead and go in the cinematic view. Watch his general charge in. This is pretty cool. He's going to take out a lot of Latin Empire archers. And some of his own men, unfortunately. But that's going to break them for sure. But, oh, this is so close, guys. I would say it's slightly by like a thread in favor of the Norwegian team now. So this battle has been so back and forth. Really enjoyable. Really enjoying this one. So this is great. Great stuff. The archers, like, he's got a lot of archers, right? But it's just, he's so outnumbered. He's not outnumbered, but it's the fact that the archers for Norway still has so much ammo. Now Venice is charging in with some heavy bowmen, so he's going to go ahead and commit to this fight. Like I said, he's got to be aggressive here if he wants any chance of winning this one. And I think he's just got to keep pushing up his infantry. He's got to break these troops, but it doesn't look like he's going to break these candlemen anytime soon. If anything, I mean, his troops are probably going to break before. And now we got some spears on the flank. I mean, it's looking, as the minutes go by, it's looking more and more grim for the Venetian army. So we'll see what happens. But I mean, things happen. Like, maybe they can kill a general. I doubt it. Now we got these guys are breaking, unfortunately. But he did the right move here to try to charge them in, trying to silence these archers. And I think really this battle is going to come down to the fact that Norway had a lot of ammo. We still have some Scotsguard. They're causing some issues, getting some revenge for, losing their army early on in the battle. But Venice, I think he's just got a full-on charge. I mean, he's still trying to take care of these spears who are, they're shaken. So they should break soon. And, well, you know what, guys? I mean, it's still really close. There's still 1,200 against 1,090. And again, most of what's left of Norway is mostly archers. But it's pretty much the same for the Venetians as well. So it's going to be a photo finish here, guys, I believe. If they can just get through these candlemen who are exhausted, they're now wavering. So let's zoom out here real quick. It doesn't really look like they're wavering. Yeah, they're not quite breaking yet. A lot of the Venetians are actually breaking. There we go. Oh no, stop breaking. We actually have Venice kind of falling back here with his troops. And then over here, he still has his general alive, but he's keeping them way back. I guess he's just really afraid of those archers. But Norway and allies, they're looking healthy. I mean, relatively speaking. I mean, look at this. Look at this. I've never seen it. This has been a really close battle. Well, we're going to see what happens here. Norway still has some herdmen with decent numbers, some spears, and the archers are well protected. He's got some archers kind of returning from routing, which is kind of helping him out. But I think really all Venice can do here is just charge. Just charge in and just hope that you can break Norway. Now, Norway still has his general as well. So you can see both players are keeping their general far away from this fight because they do not want them to die. Because a death of a general at this point could mean the end of the game, defeat. So they're going to try to keep him alive. But yeah, Venice, I assume he's resting up his troops. This is so cool. This is quite the ending here, guys. Both teams, they're tired. They've fought so many enemies. And now it's going to end with pretty much equal numbers. Again, I still think it's slightly in favor of the Venetians. Or I'm sorry, of the Norwegians. But it's not impossible that Venice can turn this one around. See, we even have some breaking over here. The crossbows from Norway. So yeah, they're just setting up here. Again, they're just trying to rest their troops a little bit because a lot of them are very tired. Actually, you know what? Most of the Norwegians, because they've just kind of been standing here most of the time, they're actually really fresh. I think Norway should just go in for a charge at this point. Or, you know, or Venice, or they should just agree to, you know, just both charge in. So I just love this, like, little Mexican standoff here. It's fantastic. It would be cool if they had a general battle as well. Oh, wait, do we got some movement? No, we don't. The skirmishing is still going on. It's such a delicate situation, but Venice just needs to get into the fight. There we go. There we go. They're pushing up because they realize their troops are breaking. It's not so much they're breaking because they're afraid of the enemy, but more just the skirmishing fire. Oh, look at, they're going into wedge formation. This is great. Here we go. Here we go. And I don't know if this actually helps them, but it's worth the try. When in doubt, wedge it out. That's what I always say. And now the rest of the infantry charging down. And unless they can kill the Norwegian general, I just don't see the Venetians winning this one. But the Venetian player, MVP, I would say, of the round, doing an excellent job, taking on 3-4 armies, pretty much all by himself. I mean, England and Sicily did a lot of killing as well. So it's a team effort, guys. It's a team effort, that's for sure. These team battles are always really fun. There we go. We've got a lot of breaking here, guys. And let's see. Oh, more breaking in the center. They can't lose this center position, which most likely they will. And this is going to the balance of power now shifting pretty greatly. It's still pretty close, really, but oh, there we go. Now it's, it's Norway's going to take this one. Now they're moving up on some spears who are in testudo formation. No big deal. They'll be able to flank around and attack them on all sides. We still have some resilient, defiant Venetians still fighting a good fight over on this flank. Oh, it might actually break some spear bonder, whatever, however you pronounce it. And we do have a general matchup here, but Venice, let's see, who's outnumbered? 15 to 19. So the Venetians are actually outnumbered here, but they might, I don't know. Let's see if we can see the generals battle each other. There's one general. No, I don't think the generals are fighting each other. I wonder if the oh, nice. Oh, this could be huge, though. Oh, no, the general's breaking. The Doge of Venice is breaking. And that's going to be, well, that's going to be it. That's for sure going to be it. I mean, that was a valiant effort trying to go after the general. If he was lucky and he killed the Norwegian general, there could have been a chance he could have won this one. Look, there's still Norwegians breaking over here. The spears are not done yet. Look at that. They're still fighting the good fight. But over on the everyone else, though, is breaking. And because the rest of the Venetian army is breaking, these spears should break as well. So when a battle ends like this, it's like nobody wins. Like, realistically, there's so much death. And there we go. A costly victory, a Pyrrhic victory for the Latin Empire and allies. So that was a great battle, guys. I really enjoyed it. Of course, it was sent in by Gearhawk. They're always sending in fantastic battles. So I want to give a big shout out to them. The really good fight. If we look at some of the kills here, Gearhawk getting most of his kills with his cav. We got Johnny Cash here. Then we have Grimgore. So pretty cool. And then we got Pink Floyd. And then we have Izzy Peasy. So there's his army, nice red army there. And then we have the Venetians. Look at these kills, guys, the Venetians. I wish it showed the total kills. I guess you could count it up, but yeah, that's gonna wrap it up here for today's battle. That was a great one. I hope you guys enjoyed this fight. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, share, and of course, subscribe for more epic battles. Thank you guys for joining me, and I will see you next time on the battlefield.